Behind Her Eyes talks about Louise, a single mother with a crappy dead-end job at a psychiatry clinic. One day, while waiting for her friend at a bar, she bumps into a tall, fine lad, and sparks instantly fly between our diversity combo. And I'm talking about the accents. However, as soon as they smooch, our fella randomly takes off, Cinderella style. Turns out, he is married and is Louise's new boss. As if that's not inappropriate enough, Louise also befriends his creepy psycho wife Adele and keeps it a secret. Now, Adele is really lonely and depressed. She's stuck in a bubble of misery she can't pop, which is quite fitting since she is half a bubble of plum, something Louise is yet to find out. For now, she pities her way too much to notice any foul play. With that being said, if you thought her newfound bond with Adele will prevent her from screwing her husband, you're wrong. One day, David stumbles to her door for no reason whatsoever, and the two hook up more passionately than all the sad severance humps he occasionally has with his wife. Out of moral obligation, of course. It's not their fault, just blame it on timing, hormones, and the curse of being self-centered. As long as they keep it out of the office, it shouldn't matter, right? But who are we kidding? They also take it there. You know what they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And Louise is far from being done. She's actually here to exact revenge. Well, in a certain way. Her ex-husband and father of her child left her for a woman he worked with, and she's here to keep the cycle going. You know, a do to others what has been done to you type of situation. And Louise, wanting the best of both worlds, also kept her relationship with Adele intact. They both have so much in common, and by that I mean they both have nightmares. Or used to, in the case of Adele, because apparently she found a cure. Just open a door halfway through your dream and you'll be good. I don't know what that means either, or how one is supposed to do that, but I guess those are the perks of befriending a nutjob. You get superpowers. In fact, Adele also learned astral projection. She could separate her consciousness from her physical body and float around the world stalking her loved ones like a secret agent super spy. And she taught this form of art to both Chris and Louise, with Chris being a close friend she made at a rehab facility when her parents fried to death. As time went on, Louise started noticing that some things don't add up. One tends to get suspicious when the guy they're with keeps swearing he's not a bastard.
You must think I'm a bastard. I'm not a bastard, Louise. I think I'm a bastard.
No.
Especially when that same person has visibly zero respect for the elderly.
He was in before me. Didn't even say good morning.
David then turns into a villain in Louise's mind. A wife-beating, master-manipulating, gold-digging villain. Little did she know, this whole scenario was schemed by none other than our ice queen, Adele. British Adeles don't take heartbreaks lightly. And this one isn't willing to find someone like David. She wants the real deal. Distracting accent and all. Though fortunately, it doesn't take Louise long to catch on, thanks to her newest found weapon, astral projection. One single trip outside her body, and she's got it all figured out. Adele ain't no victim, she's the mastermind. Her husband may have a wandering eye, but she's got a wandering brain, and she uses it to keep tabs on all his latest illicit affairs. Our poor dirty Mac never stood a chance. And before we go further, let's go back to Junkie Chris for a second. 10 years ago, when he got out of rehab, he joined Adele in her farm mansion to meet her then fiancé David. And as expected, one look at that angelic face and he fell head over heels in love with him. And if you think that's crazy, wait to hear the rest. While astral projecting together in the forest, as one does, young Chris convinces 18-year-old Adele to switch souls for educational purposes. Except he ends up trapping her in his body and then killing her to get his hands on both her money and her bow. Plot twist alert! Turns out the real Adele has been dead for years, and Chris is the one controlling her body. And since history tends to repeat itself, he pulls the same trick on Louise, swapping bodies with her and then burning the leftovers. Netflix shows just keep getting messier and messier. This show then ends with David and Chris in Louise's body getting married. The end.